Hi, everybody. This is Alita Williams from Inner Star Compass Healing, coming on real quick to talk to you about the phenomenal work that I am engaging in. The past 2 months has been so exciting because I've just like kicked it up a notch in my consistency in bringing you substance, very good information that I hope that will provide notes of hope to those who need to hear it when they're ready to hear it. I'm an integrative wellness coach, a mindset consultant, Reiki master, and also a spiritual and transformational coach. Wow, what is all that? If you want to know more about my story is available on my website, Inner Star with two R's, Healing Compass. So, Inner Star Compass Healing, I'm sorry, Inner Star Healing Compass.com. So, let me just talk a little bit about what's been going on. I am just excited about what is coming forward. My spirit guides have been telling me just jump, just dive over the cliff and soar. And so I did. So the past 2 months I've come on with interviews. I've showed you my lived experience of what I'm doing during COVID, using an accountability partner, Dawn Melanie. Um, Bringing in mindfulness, using collaboration with Steve Lawrence, also doing interviews with just beautiful agents of change that are out there doing the frontline work of mental illness, dealing with mental illness with their clients, but also they are themselves showing up and showing us how they are handling their mental wellness, not mental illness, but mental health. And so I just want to come on again and really remind you of who I am and what is my why. For the past 20 years, it's been just a wonderful pleasure to just keep showing up and keep discovering my true authentic self. Because you know what, guys, your why was here way before you were even born. But because of what your mom thought while you were in the womb, what your parents did and chastise you or not chastise you when you were out of the womb, when you went to school, how they tell you what to do, when to sit, how to sit, when to study, what to do, when to go to lunch, and then you go to college maybe. And if you didn't go to college, then you went to work, and then there was a set of rules there that you had to follow. I am not saying that life is not about following rules, but what I'm saying is there's just so much going on in our society that keeps us in this illusion where we forget who we truly are. And so, as a spiritual and transformational life coach, I use tools in my toolkit to help clients gain clarity, to empower them to take action towards their visions and goals. I co-create with them to discover what that which they seek, but just did not know where to start or how to start. Because quite often, when you have all these thoughts in your head and you know that this is not right and you want to change, it becomes overwhelming because all the thoughts are running all over the place. And I just help you slow your brain down and really just think about how to go about doing it in a very emotionally intelligent manner. Because you know what, guys, we can all do it, but there's just some toolkits that I would love to use with you. One of the things is just remember, guys, mental health is different from mental illness, and it's okay to ask for help, okay? When you are just having brain fog, you're having anxiety, or you're just struggling to make a decision and you don't, or you subconsciously don't know what's going on, reach out to me as a spiritual and transformational life coach, and I will definitely hold space with you, set up a container that will make you feel safe and be able to trust me and talk through the situation. And there is when the art of dance occurs, where I listen to you actively and compassionately, but at the same time objectively, and asking you open-ended questions to lead you to your own solution, and thus empowering you to do your healing because you found your inner compass. My career change after 24 years in the military did not come as a surprise because even when I was in the military, I was a woman of service. I've always been a woman of service. I love helping others heal. I love being around people. But that comes at a sacrifice. It comes at a sacrifice of me learning how to set healthy boundaries, me learning how to do self-care for myself, because when you are around people that needs to be cared for a lot, you are holding space for them, not absorbing their energy but holding space. But when you're around energy that are low vibration, it tends to get to you. So there's very much care that I have to do in my practice. So let's talk about intuitive art. As an intuitive artist, I am literally tapping into your energy as you're painting. And sometimes you might reveal something in a quick conversation. But the thing about intuitive art is it allows you to become ever so present. That precious moment of becoming present allows your brain to stop thinking about the stuff in the past, stop thinking about the worry of the future. And then, wow, it just gets even better. You start, the brain actually, not you, the brain actually starts to organize itself and tell you the solution to the things that you're thinking about. So as you're painting, it it just empowers you. But one of the things is you get anxiety. You go through a gamut of emotions. I'll tell you that. You go to uncertainty, you go through doubt, you go through anger, and some might even go through fear. And then they go through a realization. And with that realization starts the healing. A realization that they can do it, thus an empowerment, and then the end result, this gratitude that, oh my goodness, I was able to do this. And so I absolutely love working with people. I have worked with folks for PTSD. I've used my intuitive art for confidence building, for meditation, people who can't imagine or use their mind to get into a meditative state. I use art to get them there. I also use it as a safe way to challenge others with their fears. So they paint their fears. And as they're painting their fears, oh boy, what great healing comes from it. And I just love to see the immediate feedback that the healing is working and it is going where it needs to go, into the hearts of my clients. And thus the healing, the compass starts to move in, and that healing vibration that starts vibrating all the way through your body. You guys know I also do tarot reading. Now, for some, that might be called woohoo, woohoo, doohoo, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is, because there are some folks like myself who are even more clairvoyant, more clairsentient, clairaudient, meaning I have an all knowing, not because I'm egotistical and think I know it all, but because I am listening to the spirits as they talk to me and they give me this knowledge, and it comes in the form of this knowing, as if I've already lived it, as if it's a deja vu. And so the solution is right there. And then clear sentiment is the feeling. It's something. Sometimes there's a present that shows up next to me, and that present sometimes try to go inside of me. I'm like, ah, but then I get that clear audience where they just standing next to me, and I know they're there, and I'm asking them, I'm relaxing, I'm allowing, the key is to relax, relaxing, and then say, okay, I'm ready to hear what you want to say for that person. And then I can hear what they're saying. Sometimes I get a vision, sometimes I get it in my dreams. And so when I use tarot cards as a way for them to also connect, because sometimes they enter the space and I told them that they don't have permission to get into my body. They have permission to be in my presence and to talk to me. So they use the cards. And once in a while, the card will just start flying. And that's where the connection to the spirits come from for me. I use tarot to help people really know the root cause of an issue, to gain clarity, and also to gain a confirmation to a question that they've already asked their spirits. And so their spirits are actually giving them the solution with the card. Guys, You know, again, I want to remind you about my why. My why began with a curiosity of what is my why? How can I work towards my why? Who needs to be my circle of influence to support my why? How to reset to live in my why while being in a vibration and trying to be around other people in healthy boundaries and healthy relationship, and how to help others while living my why. That took a while. It took a journey. It took actually to a dark night of the soul because I had to let go of some relationships that were toxic for me and that was not for my highest good. These relationships were creating emotions of low vibration, and that vibration was causing me to be unwell. And so Dark night of the soul is when your inner spirit is activated. Your inner guide starts activating because they feel as if your life is in danger, and they take over and try to compel you to do the things that you need to do. So you start getting overwhelmed, racy heart, depression, cry, and the entire time though they're sending you people in your life to help you through it. They're not leaving you alone. They are helping you through it. So the key to the dark night of the soul is again become ever so present in being. And as you're being, you will start getting some activation into your intuition, into these clears as we call them, clear audience. Sometimes you might hear something. Sometimes you might dream about something. Sometimes you might just hear a human being talking and oh my goodness, that sounds like a deja vu. Or you hear something on the radio and the same thing, deja vu. Or you see something, or a spirit animal comes through and just stands there with you. Quite often, when they want to really talk to me, they send a couple of animals that are not big but small. The cricket, the moth, the dragonfly. They all come into my presence just to let me know, oh, we're here and we want to talk to you and we want you to be present because sometimes even I go get my mind wrapped up too much in my head and I have to get out of my head and become present. So tarot reading is really helpful to get you through all the things that are emotionally tying to you and allowing you to listen to the problem and really analyze it. Now, this when I do tarot reading, I don't just do a tarot reading. I give you guys some homework too. And the homework is on you, on your ownership to really want to make that decision whether or not you want to come through it or not. And if you want to come through it with my help, you got to do some of the work, okay? And some of the work looks like whether I ask you to journal, whether I ask you to go sit somewhere and just be present for 5 minutes, whether I ask you to listen to a meditation, but it is for your own good and for your benefit to get through it. So, again, by doing your inner work, you'll be able to tap into your vault of wealth that will provide you the source of your being. Remember, wealth is not the material gain, but it is the source of energy that drives you towards your compass. When you go towards your compass and use it well enough, you'll be able to gain into the space where healing occurs. Guys, I absolutely love my why. And my why continues to be to provide notes of hope to my listeners who will hear it when they are ready to receive them. To create a platform that will bring agents of change together to collaboratively talk about the different modalities and options of optimal health. Listen, guys, remember, integrative health is more than a prescription. It looks like you empowering yourself to have the autonomy to select the nutritions that feeds that feed no the nutrition that feeds your mind, body, and soul. The nutrition is not just food. It is something that you do, something that you are, something that you allow in your circle of influence. It taps into your mind, body, and soul. So remember, guys, your why. I encourage you to look into asking yourself your why. I can be reached at alethawilliams911 at gmail.com or just go to my innerstarcompasshealing.com and fill out a contact form and I'll get back to you. Remember, you can find me on Facebook, or you can find me on YouTube with some very good videos that should help you on your way towards your wellness and to feed your nutrition, towards getting into that space where your own vault has access to it, and you have access to that wealth of nutrition that would feed both your mind and body. But not only that, you'd also access your soul and feed that as well. Remember, there is a way to tap into your why. And if you don't know how to do it, please reach out to me and I would love to work with you. If you want to do a 30-minute session where we do a discovery call and we just talk and you get to know and feel my personality, see if that works with you. And I do the same thing. I get to gauge and assess whether or not we could be compatible. Listen, guys, there is a way to get through your mental health. And remember, mental health is way different than mental illness. Being mentally healthy means that you are taking the actions to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. This is Aletha Williams from Inner Star Compass Healing coming to you one more time to say, be well and take care. Bye.